Welcome back to Let's Talk, and today we're going to build a model. So I just got this in today. It was the special order Terminator Librarian, Games Workshop, and I'm pretty stoked to build this because I haven't built any regular space, well, Terminators, but regular Space Marines in a while just because of all the Primaris things. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up and see what we got. Not good with boxes. Alright. So, as you can see, it comes in like 4 or 5 pieces. Looks like his feet are on the base, which is kind of a bummer if you plan on doing custom bases or getting him to match the rest of your army's bases. So it looks like not a bad base. I don't know if you could see it very well here. So it looks like it's clearly some kind of city fight terrain. You got a little pipe doodad. His feet, nice dead skull, pile of sewage or water or blood or whatever you want to color it. I'm probably going to do, I don't know. We'll get there later. Alright, so tools we're going to use. This is an X-Acto brand X-Acto knife. Most people call it a honeybee knife. Any size works. They come in a lot of different varieties. Different companies make different ones. But I bought this one because it was cheapest. And X-Acto's a good brand. They make a good knife. Games Workshop clippers. These are by far best clippers I've ever seen. They give a nice crisp cut, and I don't have to do too much cleanup from the edge. And then Army Painter brand diamond tip files. These are pretty rough, so they're not my favorite to use. They're really good for pewter and things like that, but as far as plastic, it tends to rough it up a lot. So I'll probably polish it later using something else or the edge of my knife. So let's go ahead and start clipping this bad boy out. And if you've never used clippers before, what you do is you take the flat edge of the clipper and you want to put that up against the model because it gives you that nice crisp cut and it doesn't damage the model at all. If I did it the backwards way, there'd be a lot of extra plastic hanging off the edges and it just wouldn't look as good. It'd take me a lot longer to clean it up. And I don't know about you, but when you have to make 100 of these guys, any amount of time that you don't have to do cleaning it and making it look nice before you can paint is pretty great. It's time saved. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, it's just a Terminator Librarian. Why would I waste money on that? Like, why would I spend the extra shipping and purchase the special edition one? Well, I did it for one thing. I hardly even use Terminators lately just because, I don't know, Primaris, right? But I bought this because it has a wrist-mounted Stormbolter, and that is friggin' awesome in my book. So that's why I picked it up. Alright, so to clean the models, which is what a lot of people call it when you scrape away that extra plastic, you'll take the hobby knife and to help protect your thumb, if you want, you could put like a strip of super glue or put on a band-aid thimble, I guess, if you have one of those. Basically, you're going to be cutting towards your thumb because this gives you the most amount of control. Some people like to cut away, and that's fine, but the chances of the blade slipping and skipping off are increased that way, and you could really damage your model at the cost of safety. So, because it's plastic, it doesn't take a whole lot of pressure to cut through. So you want to make sure that you're just going nice and easy. That way you don't end up embedding the blade into your thumb, which I've done 1,000 times and have some serious scars on my thumb tips. So, that's a thing. I will say about their special edition models is that the edging, the flashing, there really isn't any to be seen. And the contact points are in a way such that you won't see them too much when you glue the model together. By contact points, I mean where it connects to the sprue. So this is actually pretty easy to clean up. Like you can see here, the contact points are on his feet, on the bottom of his feet, which is probably why the base was separate. And at the top of his little doodads, which is no big deal. Oh, Windows is restarting. Thank you, Windows. So we're just scraping away, getting all the little bits and fiddly things. Now, sometimes you'll be left with a patch that isn't exceptionally smooth, and that's when you can file it, or what I like to do is use the back side of the blade, the flat edge, the non-sharp edge, and just scrape. Because it's plastic, sometimes it works on pewter too, depending on the grade, but because it's plastic, you'll be able to scrape it smooth, and you won't dig into the model anymore, so you won't have to worry about, am I taking off too much detail? Am I cutting away too much from the model that it's going to look lopsided and weird? And that way you can get a nice smooth edge, which is great because when you paint, if you don't smooth out your edges and everything, then even though you might not be able to see it with the naked eye, the paint will pool up in those puddles. It will just naturally flow there, because although it could be a minuscule amount, because it's a fluid, it's going to seep in there, and you might get kind of weird spottiness on your model after you paint. And I hate that. I hate that so much because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. When it comes to my painting, I'm really hard on myself about it, so I want to make sure that I have as smooth a result as possible. Hope everybody's having a swell day today. This is my first day off in 8 days, so I'm pretty stoked for that. I know the country's been going through a really rough time lately, just with everything going on in the news, so it's good to hide in your hobbies once in a while. And, right, so that's how you clean a model, and next time, my next video here, we'll probably go ahead and put this guy together. But, actually, you know what? This looks like I won't even need any glue. Let's just push this together. That is fantastic. I absolutely adore that. So if anybody buys this special edition model, because of the way the pegs and posts are positioned, it's a very much a push-to-fit model, much like some of the old starter kits. That is absolutely amazing. I love that. That's so fantastic. Ordinarily, I would use the Games of Berkeley brand super glue, but I have been out for some time and just too lazy to go get it some. So this is absolutely a joy that I can just push this together and have it fit nicely. So let's go ahead and finish this guy up. Storm bolter. That wrist-mounted storm bolter. Yeah, I'll probably have to go back in and put a little bit of glue. Although it is pushed to fit, some of it's a little loose and wobbly. And we'll go ahead and push that into the base there. Bam! That is a finished model. And you guys can take a look there. Look at that, nice. Give you the whole 360. And that is a special edition $35 Terminator, the Terminator Librarian. If you can find them on eBay, that'd be great. I think they sold out on Games Workshop a long time ago. But if you like Terminators, you like Librarians, and you want one with a force staff, go for it. If you don't want one with a force staff, well, you know, good luck trying to find anything else. Have a good one.